Alrighty, Chris. I just got in from taking the dog out back. It's pouring up here. So, I'm going to do a... What would we have here? There's your basic chords going down D major. So what we're going to do now, this is part 2 of what I sent you last night. Another thing with these, once you get them going, and then what I started doing with these after I had that going was I would go up them in like a 6 count, okay? So I started with the 6 count, which means I'd go up 6 notes, go back to the 2nd string I played, in other words, then I'd repeat that one. Alright, so wait a minute, yeah. So you're repeating the 2nd one you did, and you're going up 3 more notes. So you're going 3 notes, 3 notes. Then you're repeating that 3 notes and going up 3 more. And then you're repeating that one and going up. It gets a little screwy when you get to this one because there's only 2 notes on there, but you go like this. You go up to that note, then you go back to this. Then it evens back out right here. Alright, so, and then you do that on every block, and what happens is you get it'll start showing up in your riffs. Let me go on. Alright, so anyways, here's another thing. Before doing that, do this. Then start from the 2nd block and come down the 2nd block. Then you slide up and do this one. Whoop. So, I should have kept doing it here. Just to help you tie them together, you know, so... What? What? God, I'm forgetting what key I'm in. I can't feel. Alright, so go block to block like that with them at, you know, in your leisure time. To maybe take a 15-minute time in your playing to just work on that. And then the other thing again, like I talked about, I started touching on, was the 6 count, you know. It gets funky at that 2-note one. You've got to go up to get your 3rd note up to the next string, but you keep doing that and it evens back out. You know what I mean? Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, because of that 2-note thing, when you get to the G string, I go down and get that last note here, but then I pop back up and grab my 3 notes here, get back to the G string, starting with the 3, and do 3 notes. These are just help develop the right and left hand, you know, where you, so that you're not, when you play, you're not just going up scales and down scales, which is probably what a lot of us do, you know. I'm not saying we do it too much, but if we really look at our playing, you know what I mean? This helps, you know. Kind of go back and forth a little bit. You can get into string skipping. You know, there's all kinds of other shit, but anyways, work on them blocks, and you know, that I sent yesterday, and then, like I said, start doing this with them. Get them, you're really tying them together when you do that, you know, and you're working towards, like I said yesterday with an E Dorian. You start being able to travel in and out of the block instead of going in favoring one and then moving to another one, tying them together, and you start to come up with riffs that, you know what I mean, that kind of way. What? Kind of thing, you know. You start playing what you want to hear, but you don't know what they sound like, and until you got them down, so you got all of them notes down, and you can, you know, play from block to block, and you got a menu, you can jump wherever you want. Because I'm favoring the A chord there. And that's another thing I would start doing with them. I would start taking like a, you know, an A or a B minor or a G, and just start, you know, playing, find one chord of that and start creating melodies out of them blocks, you know. start, and then, you know, pick one day, maybe just a B minor. And again, like I talked about, yeah, you use a B note, but what about playing all around it, you know? There's all these other things besides the obvious, you know. I would purposely avoid the obvious, and yes, you have the obvious, you know, B to B, but you got all that other stuff, and then you start mixing that in with it, you know. So there you go. That's, I'm sure I kept it well under 20 minutes. Just another little tidbit on building on, once you work them blocks in there, start playing up one, go up to the next and down, up to the next and down, and up like that. And there's all kinds of some other things too. I don't know if I got time, I'll throw in another thing that'll be good to learn at some point is the arpeggiated stuff, you know. That kind of. Arpeggios, those triads, and then you got the dyads, all that. Oh my. All that stuff. There's tons of it.